Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another StarCraft 2 cast for the last player standing, StarCraft 2 Open number 2. My name is Kopo, and today we're going to be watching Game 2 of this best of 3 between Snake, our red Zergoff in the left spawning position, and Madsniper, our teal Zergoff in the right hand spawning position. This is the second game of the series. Snake did win the first game, I do believe in fairly convincing fashion. I just caught the results. I actually wasn't able to watch it. I do believe my cohort Skittles is going to be the one casting that match for you. So hopefully we see that posted up on YouTube along with this match. It'd be nice to put those up simultaneously. So I can't tell you exactly what happened in the last match because I was unable to watch it, but I do know this is game 2. I do know that Snake won fairly convincingly. Again, this is best of 3 for the round of 32. Last player standing, StarCraft 2 Open number 2. Check them out at lastplayerstanding.com. All my plugging aside, we do see Zerg vs Zerg, probably one of my more favorite mirror matchups. It is so volatile that really anybody can win. TVT I'm not a big fan of because of the long drawn out tank wars it seems to bring, although recently the metagame's changed to try and get away from that. And PvP are always very quick and dirty matchups. There's not a whole lot to be said about them. It's almost always one base play. Where Zerg versus Zerg actually can go either way. It can be a quick 5-minute victory for one Baneling changing the tide, or it can be a 4-base heavy macro game. So hopefully we'll see something like that out of this game. I actually can't tell you which direction it's going to go. So we see spawning pools being dropped for both players. Neither one deciding to opt for that fast expansion on 15. You see gas going down for Snake, as well as in production for Madsniper. Zerg vs Zerg actually, funny I should mention that. If we do see a Baneling nest, I would love to see some Baneling fights. That's one of the things I love about this matchup. Watching a couple of Banelings chase each other around, trying to get good position. Trying to make your Banelings cost effective. If you have one Baneling take out one Zergling, that's really the opposite of cost effective. Whereas if you have one Baneling take out a couple Banelings, or a Baneling take out some Zerglings, multiple is in preferably 3 or 4. It can be seen some very good trade-offs that way. Spawning pool does pop for Madsniper, who will be able to produce Zerglings right away at his will. Pool not quite done for Snake yet, but he did have his gas up earlier, so he has been mining gas for a little bit longer. So should be able to get that speed as soon as it pops. I'm sure we'll see that go down fairly quickly. There goes the metabolic boost. Perfect timing. So it looks like we're going to be seeing some one base, fairly decent lane aggression from both players. Rally point set definitely down away from his base, so we're going to see those Zerglings will be used to attack. Overlords are well scattered throughout the map, almost in exactly mirror positions, hoping to get vision of both those natural expansions for both players, as well as some vision of the middle of the map. Metabolic boost is a little bit behind for Madsniper because he did start his spawning pool before gas, meaning that this boost will be only about 15 in-game seconds slower than Snake's. What else can we talk about? We see a drone from Snake moving down to take that natural expansion. We don't see anything of the sort from Madsniper yet. He could be committing to a one-base all-in. Just see a Roach Warren going down here. That's usually a good sign of fairly decent aggression. No Baneling nest going... Oh, as soon as I say that, no Baneling nest going down. Snake does drop a Baneling nest. Let's see some heavy Ling Baneling aggression, but Roaches are usually pretty good against Banelings. It's usually how it seems to turn out. We'll see exactly what happens in this situation. Madsniper still not dropping that expansion. Obviously is committing to some sort of a big high pressure attack. I'm not exactly sure how this one's going to pan out. ZVZ isn't something I know a whole lot about, so I'm kind of casting this on the fly. We'll see exactly see how it goes. So far it's not going too badly, I'd hope. Baneling nest is almost completed. Hatchery is fairly well along the way. Zergling speed is done for Snake as well, who will be able to get a Zergling in here and scout that there are Roaches on the field. Not that he scouted the Roach Worm, but he did get killed simultaneously by 4 Roaches spitting goo at him. Hatchery is about ready to pop here. Lings are ready for defense, so you see a small contingent of 2 fast Lings and a whole bunch of slow Roaches coming over. Roaches are obviously not nearly as fast as Speedlings, allowing Speedlings to get here a lot quicker. Scout the fact that there's an expansion going down before promptly dying to a whole bunch of Ling. So Overlord's going to be able to see there are Roaches moving across the field, and he'll be able to get his Lings in position. I shouldn't say that those Lings are able to scout the expansion, because this Overlord was here long before those Lings were. Able to make sure that Madsniper knew exactly when Snake dropped that expansion. Madsniper still not dropping a hatchery of his own. He's committing to some sort of a very aggressive attack here. Roaches are going to be able to do huge damage to those Lings, unless the Lings get a surround, which they do. They're able to chew away at those Roaches quite quickly. Roaches aren't doing nearly enough damage here. He is able to chase away the Lings for the time being. This is actually a fairly scary force of Roaches here. They might be able to do significant damage to this hatchery. Lings are going to try and move back in, kill the Lings of Madsniper, who now only has Roaches and a couple Lings down here, but Roaches are very good against Zerglings. as we are seeing here. All the Zerglings are getting surround on the roaches, although they are able to clean up those that Zergling pest. More Zerglings are popping for Snake, though, who will be able to hopefully defend this this roach pressure. Looks like he's going to go for this round. Kills a couple drones with those roaches, but roaches back up against the geyser. Zerglings still get the full surround on them. They're able to take them out quickly. More lings run in, but are going to be quickly demolished by Snake. Supplies are still very low in this game, 30 to 26. Obviously, that pressure on this hatchery stopped Snake from producing any drones. So now he's stuck to he was stuck to producing units. See him probably produce some more drones out of that. One baneling coming in could turn the tide if there's a mass Zergling played by Madsniper, who is now dropping his expansion. A little bit late, actually, to be completely honest. He did a lot of damage here, but this base has already been up for a fair while. So he is still behind in the economy, to be sure. And even behind in supply, for that matter. Zerglings moving across the map here for Snake, trying to maybe catch Madsniper in a bad position. This hatchery has not yet popped, but it will pop about the time that the Zerglings get there. So he won't be able to force the cancel on it, but he will be able to do significant damage. Pops just as the Zerglings get there, and they're all going to try and surround this. And actually they can take it down fairly quickly if that's the case, but Zerglings come in from Madsniper to try and defend that hatchery. Zerglings going to move back in for Snake, and it's going to be just a bit of a dance here. Snake wants to take out that hatchery without taking severe damage. You see two banelings being morphed over here. So far nothing too special. Roach Warren going down for Snake, who decided he's going to get roaches of his own because roaches are a cool unit. Why not make as many of them as possible? See a fairly... oh, maybe an Overlord got picked off. For Madsniper, obviously he ran that Overlord too close to a Queen. Zerglings are going to come in here. Probably get a surround on the Queens, but there's a couple of banelings here. Actually big detonation there. Try to kill as many Zerglings as possible, but the baneling's a little bit slower, obviously. That Roach is able to pick off that second baneling before it does any damage. Then he's get a surround on the Queen, and the Queen does go down, but this attack by Snake is cleaned up by Madsniper. Snake now producing 10 roaches at his home base. Obviously, studying roaches again are a very cool unit. Why not build more? You see drones actually are fairly well saturated on both these bases. Not a hugely high drone count, but he is only on 2 base, and he has been under a fair amount of aggression. Although he's trying to put on some aggression of his own by the looks of it. We do see a lair coming up from Madsniper. Use that to go in numerous different tech paths. We'll see exactly which one he decides to choose. Lair obviously being forced in the main, morphed in the main base, which is a safer place to do it. Evolution Chamber going down here, maybe and try and get some +1 upgrades. In Zerg vs Zerg, actually, if you get +1 upgrades for ahead of your opponent, if you can get a +1 ahead of your opponent, it can definitely turn the tide of the battle. Because the units are usually engaged in small forces. You don't usually see a Zerg vs Zerg get to very high supplies. Because you're engaging in such small forces, that +1 attack can be very, very devastating in the end. Well, this is a fairly lethal pack of roaches we have going on here. Still no upgrades going down for either player. You see Madsniper now dropping that missile attacks level 1. We'll use that for his roaches and their ranged attack. We do see Snake has pulled ahead in the supply, though he is macroing a little bit better than Madsniper is, who's basically just trying to get those upgrades out. We do see Glial Reconstitution going down for our Zerg player. I'm not totally up on my Zerg upgrades, but I do believe that is Roach Speed. Look at that. I cheated a little bit, but I was pretty sure it was Roach Speed anyways. You gotta believe me. This Queen is going to wander out in a little bit and try and pick off an Overlord, but silly Queen, she doesn't know that she's incredibly slow off creep, and basically is completely useless as a result. Get back here and spawn larva. Roaches and Lings are actually looking pretty fearsome on Snake's part. He's got a much bigger force than Madsniper does. Madsniper's kind of lacking in that force, so he will have the upgrades. Those double evolution chambers coming down, and he will have that speed for his roaches fairly soon. He's about half done it. Another hatchery is going down for Snake. I do believe it's a macro hatchery in his base. Look at that. So he'll be able to produce that larvae significantly faster. Might not be pulling in enough minerals to support it, but he is definitely deciding to go up the path of a macro hatch. What I was going with that, I really don't know. Overlord scattered all over the map trying to get vision, and actually that is more effective. In Zerg vs Zerg, you're basically able to freely spread your Overlords, as Zerg have relatively late teching to anti-air outside of Queens, meaning that since Queens are still slow off creep, these Overlords are fairly safe until Corruptors come on the field, which Corruptors aren't a very common unit in Zerg vs Zerg, to be honest. This very powerful looking force of roaches is coming over here, and I don't believe Madsniper has nearly enough to deal with this. He's actually dealing on a significantly lower level in terms of how many units he has. This Queen might be able to pick off an Overlord, but again, she's so slow off creep, it's not even fair. You see these roaches are going to come in and maybe intercept this Queen. I don't believe it'll matter. 2 spine crawlers here might be able to make a bit of a difference. These roaches are caught back in the mineral line. They're going to try and charge forward and attack. They do have +1 almost completed. There, now +1 is completed. That might be able to turn a bit of a tide, but I don't believe this is nearly enough roaches. Spine crawlers are doing damage in the back, but not quite enough. And this roach count from Snake is vastly superior to what Madsniper's been able to put out. And he does throw out the GG. Madsniper does GG out of this game. Wishes his opponent good luck in future rounds of the tournament, as Snake does take this series 2-0 and advances to the round of 16 in the LPS StarCraft 2 Open number 2. This has been Copo. Hope you guys enjoyed the cast, and we'll be casting more round of 32 stuff for you, and we'll be putting it up on our YouTube channel, linked hopefully to lastplayerstanding.com. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys later.